Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the FSS Football channel, and today we are back with another European final watch-along. This time it is the inaugural Europa League, Europa Conference League final, where we have both AS Roma and Feyenoord going head-to-head to be the first team to ever lift this trophy. Now, the starting lineups for both teams are on my side. So for the home team, or the home team I should say, here in Albania, it is AS Roma with Rui Patricio. It's a back three of Mancini, Chris Smalling and Roger Ibanez with Karl Karsdorp. Is it Karl Karsdorp? That doesn't sound right. We'll go with it. Hendrik Mkhitaryan, Brian Cristante and Zelewinski as a midfield four, with Mkhitaryan and Cristante being those two kind of more box-to-box style players, with with both Zaniolo and Pellegrini playing as two kind of number 10, but floating. They'll go wide, they'll stay narrow, kind of like what we see from Chelsea when they have like Havertz and Mason Mount playing behind a striker. They'll drift and they'll go wide at times and they'll come central at times, with, of course, Tammy Abraham starting up top for the Italians. For Feyenoord, we have Bijlo. It's a back four of Giratuda. I'll go with that. Tronier, Sensi, Valencia, Valencia, I should say. Then it's Koku and... I don't think I've spelt that right. No, I forgot a C. I have forgotten the C in his name. Brilliant. Right, I'll quickly sort that. And Aurelius as a midfield double pivot, with a front four of Reece Nelson on the right, Sinistera on the left, till just behind Derez, who is joint top goal scorer in this competition alongside Tammy Abraham. So if either of those get on the score sheet today, they will take the lead, I guess, in the race for the top spot in terms of goals in this competition. It's a big game for both of these teams. Both of these teams haven't won a European final in many a year. Feyenoord, I believe the last time they won one was 2001. That being the Europa League. Was it at the time the UEFA Cup? I'm not sure. And then Roma haven't won one since the late 1960s, I believe. Let me quickly update this then. Graphics. There you go. Koku's in. So kickoff is at 10 o'clock. 8 o'clock, sorry. So we do have about 10 minutes to go. Everybody better be getting excited. Right, let me just tweet out the stream. I'm a little bit behind. I've been busy all day doing uni work, so I wasn't 100% sure whether I'd be doing this. But we're here, we're not quite queer, and we're looking forward to it. There we go. It's all tweeted out. I mean, what should we start? Should we look at predictions? If I load that, so that's not the predictions for today. Open the notepad, and we can get them written down. Open predictions. There we go. I'm gonna go 3-1 Roma. Dirty Sanchez. You going 1-0? Who do you think, who's winning on pens or in extra time? Hope that will fit. Yeah, we'll go with that. Guess I can. There we go. I actually think it should be a good game, to be honest. I think, and in a sense, I'm looking forward to watching a bit of Jose Mourinho shithousery in a final. But I mean, look, Roma haven't won a trophy for so long. It's their time, and I guess, look, Mourinho doesn't lose finals, does he? When was the last time he lost a final? Well, it must be It must be for United in the FA Cup final, 2018. But I mean, it would be United, wouldn't it? He would lose. Like one of his only final defeats in history, probably would be with Man United. It just sums us up. But here comes the players walking out for the inaugural UEFA Conference League final. No, the UEFA Europa Conference League final. I don't like the name. It does not roll off the tongue. For me, get rid of the Europa part of it. UEFA Conference League. That is a good name. Well, it's not a great name, but it's a good name. The UEFA Europa Conference League. Shit name. Get rid of it. Why do you need to have the E in it? It's not the UEFA Europa Champions League, is it? Just UEFA Conference League. UEFA Europa League. UEFA Champions League. Much better. Makes more sense. UEFA. Do it. Tell you what, Feyenoord. Are they wearing like lime, not lime, like highlighter green? If they are, I'm not a fan. Right, to go for the lineups again. So it's Rui Patricio in goal. It's Mancini, Smalling, and Ibanez. Karsdorp and Zalewski are the wing backs, with Mkhitaryan and Cristante as a midfield two, with Zaniolo, Pellegrini, and Tammy Abraham as a front three for AS Roma, playing in a free. Well, what will be a 3-4-2-1. For AS for not AS Roma, for Feyenoord. If I load up that, you can see their lineup here, which is Bijlo, Gertruda, Tronier, Sensi, Malencia, Orazes, Koku, Reece Nelson, Till, Sinstera, and Desser. Or Dessers. One of the two. Right, we're seconds away from kickoff. And away we go here for the Europa Conference League final. I should probably have started the timer. Right, here we go. There we go. Timer's all synced up. So if you guys do want to sync your game timer up with mine, just there it is. And if you do that, then it means what I see, you see, meaning it all just makes sense. If you aren't going to sync your game timer, up with mine, that is fine. However, please just don't put stuff in the chat about goals, any big things that's happened in the game. If you do, we will have to start blocking people and so on and so forth. Not something we want to have to do, but if we have to, we do. Right, so it's a bit of a pinball at the moment, but Feyenoord do get it. And they get it out wide now. Valencia puts it into the box. And Banas gets it onto the first ball, but Roma do finally get it down. And Karstorp looks to bring it forward before going down. And looks like he's trying to take a free kick. Did he win it? I think he's won it. By the looks of it, his boots come undone. Yeah, it has. He stepped on the back of his foot and his boots come off. But look, I mean, I'm quite looking forward to this game. I think there's quite a few players on show here that could be in for moves. I think obviously a lot of people are going to be looking at Tammy Abraham. He's obviously had a very, very good season out in Roma this year. Do I think he's going to move? Probably not, but I think it's a good opportunity to see him, see what he's all about, really. Because I think while we know he's had a good season, we don't know kind of how well he's done, really. So I think it'll be good to see how he gets on. Chris Smalling, obviously back in the picture for a lot of people. Obviously since leaving United for Roma. Again, his first season when he was on loan there, he was very good. Last season, not so much by all accounts. But this year under Mourinho, he's come back into his own, from what I've heard. Same with Mkhitaryan, obviously dropping into a deeper role this year as part of a midfield too. Somewhere which many people, including myself, never thought he could really do. But by all accounts, he's done it very, very well. Pellegrini, obviously someone that probably won't leave Roma this summer, but I think a lot of teams could be looking at him in a year or two. Looks like a very, very good player and has done for the last couple of years. And then in terms of Feyenoord, obviously you got Reece Nelson, obviously at loan from Arsenal. A lot of Arsenal players will be definitely keeping an eye on him, seeing if he is ready for the first team. As Pellegrini gets the ball here, looks to bring it over the halfway line, but has to drop it back into Karsdorp. That Koku, I believe he's the number 10 for Feyenoord, but he might also be the club captain. Very, very good plays. Had a very good year for Feyenoord this year. And the Turkish international, I wouldn't be surprised if he did get a move somewhere, especially from the likes of maybe, I don't know, like an Aston Villa. I wouldn't be surprised if a team like that went and got him. Look, he's not going to get a big move from the likes of Man United. I could see a Leicester maybe. They're quite smart with a deal like that. I think, look, it's too big of a step for him to go to one of the top clubs in Europe. But I think if you're a middling club, maybe even an Everton, looking to kind of build up and get into those, constantly getting into the Europa Conference League at very least, it wouldn't be a bad place to go and get. Arne Slot, obviously the Feyenoord manager. I mean, I don't know how good of a coach is he. Where did Feyenoord come in the league? Third. They came third. How close were they to? Obviously, I know PSV and Ajax were the two teams really fighting for that title and come the end of the season. They were 10 points off PSV in second. They weren't particularly close, were they? Right, here comes Roma as they cross the halfway line. Karsdorp just goes back into Mancini though. Mkhitaryan. And look, I expect this game to start quite slowly. We know how Jose Mourinho teams like to play. They will be conservative. They'll make sure they don't lose it before going on to win it. And look, that kind of way of playing is very successful in finals. And that's why Mourinho does have such a good record. And it's usually individual mistakes that will cost Mourinho teams in finals. Looking back at that 2018 FA Cup final when it was Chelsea versus Man United, what lost us that final wasn't Chelsea being the better team, because we dominated that game for a large majority of it. It was Phil Jones giving away a stupid penalty against Eden Hazard. And I expect this Mourinho and Roma team to play very similarly. Don't do anything stupid. When they get a chance, take it, sort of thing. And here comes Roma. Ball comes into the box, slightly overhit and over Pellegrini and Tammy Abraham. What the fuck is going on outside my window? Sorry, some wankers keeps fucking beeping his horn. Right, here's Ibanez. Smalling. Lovely ball into Cristante. And can they get it out wide? No, they decide not to. They decide to just keep it simple. And like I said, I'm not surprised about Roma's approach. You just hoped and wished it would be a little bit more expansive, don't you? They would try and push on a little bit more. But it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. And Bigelow has the ball. He's had a very good season for Feyenoord, I believe. Obviously, by the looks of it, he might actually be captain for Feyenoord. What's annoying is Feyenoord on their kit have like a little strip going at the bottom of the collar. The sleeve, sorry, not the collar. Which looks like a captain's armband. But it's not. Bigelow certainly is the captain. Giroud Patricia rolls it out. And Ibanez brings it out and strides through the midfield. Finds Mkhitaryan, who gets it out wide to Karsdorp. Does anyone know why Spinazzola's not playing? I assume Spinazzola is a regular starter for Roma. Let me find out. So, when they played Torino on the final day, Spinazzola played. So did Oliveira and Veretut. Because, I mean, I suppose against Leicester he didn't play either. Did he come on? No. Because obviously Spinazzola was like one of the best players in the Euros, weren't he? And obviously he got that big injury, but he's been back a fair bit now, and I'm surprised to see him not playing more often. But fair enough. Chris Smalling into Ibanez or Ibanez. I'm not 100% how to pronounce them. I mean, I really don't know any of these. Well, I know a few of the Feyenoord players, but I don't know many of them. So I can't say I've kept too up to date with the Conference League either. It's not a competition I cared too much about. But the European final, you can't not watch it, can you? There's a lovely ball from the left back into Zaniolo. Zaniolo looks to take on his man, but they do well. I think it was Sensi with it, and Bigelow can collect and just roll it out to Koku, who looks to find the winger, the Colombian winger, Sincera. Is that his name? Sistiera. I'm glad none of you turn up for like pronunciations, because my God, you'd be fuming. But Feyenoord have it just inside their own half. Tammy Abraham will look to give a bit of pressure, but pretty useless. And with Malencia, is it? No, he can't be him. It was Koku by the looks of it. PSV starting to, not PSV, Feyenoord starting to move the ball a little bit quicker here. Koku now goes over the top, out wide looking for Sincera, but no, he wasn't even there. It's out for a throw-in for Roma. And with 12 minutes played in this inaugural Europa Conference League final, nothing to really split the two teams. I think you can see kind of how both teams will look to play, but I don't think you can say either side have been the better team so far. As the ball goes out to Malencia. Goes down the line. Mancini's there. But it doesn't go out. And by the looks of it, it's a free kick to Feyenoord. On the corner flag. So it's essentially a corner. We'll see what they can do with this. Karstorp's not very happy. He said, no. Is it Rick? It is Rick Karstorp. Oh no, he gave a throw in the end. Ball comes into the box. Out for a goal kick for Roma. Here's Till. Good tackle by Mancini. That's really Italian kind of stereotype about the Italians being good defensively. But so far, I think it's reigning true, really. And kind of that mentality of defend first is what Mourinho's all about, really, isn't it? You can see how compact when Feyenoord get in and around their area, you can see how compact they really are. Look at the three centre backs so close to each other right now, and all the players just giving everything. And here comes Pellegrini for Roma, surging forward here, looks to slot it through to Zaniolo, but it's good interception. And they'll look to now play it out. Feyenoord on the counter attack. Till into Sincera. The game's starting to open up a little bit here now. Although Koku just slows it down. But we do find the ball with Bremer. It's not Bremer, it's Dessa. Mkhitaryan's down. I'm not sure why. I haven't seen anything happen. He won't want to go off if he can avoid it. But they do have a lot of very good players on the bench if they need it. Nelson Oliveira being one of them. You got Nelson Oliveira. You got Jordan Veretout. The Sergio Oliveira, not Nelson Oliveira. Who's Nelson Oliveira? Who is that guy? Is he a striker? He is a striker. My God. Pauk. P-A-O-K. I'll tell you what. And it will be Sergio Oliveira to come on. By the looks of things. So it's a disappointing Europa League final for Hendrik Mkhitaryan by the looks of things. As he will have to make way for Sergio Oliveira. By the looks of it, Mkhitaryan's wants to carry on. But I don't think he's going to get the option. He's just shaking his head there. Oliveira is ready, stripped and ready to come on. He's receiving instructions. The subs board is up. And Mkhitaryan, head down, shaking his head as he strolls off 15 minutes into this Europa Conference League final. There we go. So Oliveira is on for Mkhitaryan. It's a disappointing one for Mkhitaryan because obviously I think he's a player that in the big moments, I think he can make a difference. A creative player, versatile player. Like I said, big moments, I feel like he pops up. Obviously scored in that Europa League win for Manchester United back in 2017. Here comes Roma. No, for Feyenoord. Edge of the box. Koku doesn't really connect with that half volley. Reece Nelson there fouls the promising fullback Zalewski. And it's a free kick to Roma about halfway between the penalty box and the halfway line. Crossfield ball. Looking for Rick Karsdorp. Overhit. Out for a throw in for Feyenoord. But it's an opportunity for Roma to try and force Feyenoord into a mistake high up the pitch. They go down the line. Chris Smalling wins it, but can't keep it. It's out for another Feyenoord throw-in. And obviously this competition, obviously with it being the first ever Europa Conference League final, it's an opportunity for Jose Mourinho to become the first manager in history to have won all 3 European trophies, being of the Champions League, which he's won with Porto, the what's it called, the Europa League. Oh, and he also won it with Inter, didn't he? Europa League with Manchester United, and then of course the Conference League with with Roma, I should say. Not, he won the Europa League with Manchester United. I'll tell you what, I did make a mistake not getting myself a drink. There's a free kick to Feyenoord. Sergio Oliveira just retying his boots. The guy clearly wasn't expecting to be used so early. Marcus Rashford's got engaged. Congratulations to him. As Reece Nelson runs down the right wing. Looks to get a cross in. And is it a corner or goal kick? Well, looks like it's a goal kick. Reece Nelson couldn't get his cross in time. PSG have accelerated negotiations with Tchouameni thanks to the help of Kylian Mbappe and Luis Campos. A deal is not fully agreed yet between Real Madrid and AS Monaco, so PSG think they have a chance. So PSG, after Kylian Mbappe signed a brand new deal there for the next 3 years, that will see him earn around 500 million. They're now looking to get Tchouameni from AS Monaco. See, PSG and Monaco don't have a great relationship, given kind of what's going on with Kylian Mbappe at the moment. Monaco believe that PSG owe them another 34 million, I believe it is, more or less. While PSG insist that, in fact, they don't, because Mbappe was free to leave in January, and they lost him, and then they've re-signed him rather than give him a contract extension or a renewal. They've signed him again after being a free agent, which would then void the clause that would suggest that Monaco is owed another 34 million. It's all dodgy dealings, isn't it? It's all dodgy dealings. I'm sure. Look, if it goes to Cass, I can imagine AS Monaco will get it. Will get the money, which they deserve, don't they? But here's Roma with the ball. Mancini, after a good tackle, finds Zaniolo, who's taken out. That's a free kick to Roma. Cagey is the word I would use to describe this opening 20 or so minutes. Neither side really having any good opportunities. But that, to be fair, that's always the way finals goes, especially when it's between two close teams. No team's gonna kind of really come flying at the what's the phrase? Will come flying out, trying to score early goals, knowing if they do that against a team that's playing a little bit more cautiously, they could go a goal down. But here's Oliveira. I like Oliveira. I think he's a good passer, and I think he can hit him from range as well. I say that as he puts a terrible pass out to Pellegrini. But Cristante has it now. Drops it into Smalling. Mancini. Goes long. Sensi heads it clear. Cristante can't bring it down. Karsdorp does. Finds Smalling into Oliveira. Pellegrini. Kolowiski's out wide, but looks for the ball inside to Zaniolo. Slightly overhit, and Bigelow has it in his arms. Roma, they're looking dangerous. It's a slow build-up play, but when they got the opportunity, a lovely ball through from Pellegrini, slightly overhit, but it's the right sort of idea. I guess at this point, it is all about just not taking many risks. Just kind of making sure of it. And at the last moment, then maybe trying that risky ball rather than playing a successive, playing 3 or 4 risky passes in the aid of in the aid of scoring, which you will probably see later on, especially if one team is leading. Here comes Feyenoord though. It's with the right back. Finds Reece Nelson in a good situation, but it's poor. And here comes Roma. Tammy Abraham looks to run in behind. It's a professional challenge, really. Or I should say, it's more of a missed time challenge by the ball centre back. Tourné. That's a yellow card for him. They've taken the free kick quickly. Ibanez looks to drive forward with it here. It does, but then just goes back into Mancini. It's a long ball, looking for Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham heads it down. Pellegrini falls to the ground. Nothing given. But Tammy Abraham, they're looking good. Looking lively. Peels off the back of the centre-back. Won the header. Nothing there. Do you rate Tammy Abraham? Look, I can't confess to watch loads of him for Roma. That's why I was quite looking forward to watching him today. Roma, not being... Look, neither side have been great going forward. It's been a very cagey start to the game. But from what I've seen of Tammy Abraham so far, I think he's looked alright. He looks like he can run in behind with and without the ball. Aerially there, when he headed it back into back across goal for Pellegrini, looked good. Looked like he was aware of his surroundings. And these small things where, while they're not loads, it gives you a sense for the type of player. And I think so far, from having very little to do, he's looked pretty good. But saying that, will I take him at United? Yes, but no. He's definitely not going to be worth what you have to pay. You'd have to pay for him to get him out of Rome. But as strikers go, he looks pretty good. And that's coming from me, who I wasn't entirely convinced with him at Chelsea. I think for Roma, he's really coming to his own with Jose Mourinho. And fair play for that. Right, so by the looks of it, it's a free kick to Roma, high up here. Plays the right back for the Feyenoord, Gertruda, holding his head. But we play. Zaniolo loses the ball and they go long there, Feyenoord. Ibanez will pick it up. It's a ball into the box. Bigelow comes up really well. And Cincinnati with it. Finds Till. Gets out wide to Dessers. Goes for goal. Chris Smalling blocks. And Rui Patricio grabs hold of it. And keeps it on. With just under half hour played in this Europa, in this inaugural UEFA Europa Conference League final, we are still goalless. And Patricio just walking it forward and will now go long. Looking for Zaniolo, and it's a lovely ball to Zaniolo. Oliveira's inside, but Zaniolo goes alone. Beats Koku, looks for Oliveira. Poor pass, and Karsdorp will just let that run out for a throw-in. No, he won't. He'll keep it on and gives it back into Mancini. And Roma will look to try and rebuild once again. Ibanez into Smalling. Oliveira in a bit of space, but probably being marked off. Pellegrini showed himself really well there. Pellegrini does well. Gets it out to Karsdorp. Looks for the ball inside to Oliveira, but it's a poor pass. And Sensi just picks it up into Koku, and they'll bring it out. Right. Sorry, this isn't ideal, but I'm gonna go fill my glass up because my throat is so dry at the moment. I'll be back. Sorry about this. Tell you what, that's much better. Oh, you can't see me. There we go. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. You see my face. The long ball. Chris Smalling wins it. Finds Oliveira. Pellegrini. Still Pellegrini. Bringing it forward. Out wide to Zalewski. Cuts inside. Pellegrini will pick it back up. Into Cristante. Mancini puts the ball into the box. Zaniolo takes it down and scores for Roma! We have a goal in the Europa Conference League, and it is Zaniolo. It's a great goal, to be fair. We'll see it here again when it shows. So Mancini has it. It's a great long ball. Oh, it might be off. He takes it down brilliantly. And just before the keeper can get there, he just pokes it past him. Look, I'll have to wait and see if there is an offside call there. I think it could be close, but as things stand, AS Roma have a 1-goal lead. And it counts. It counts. And Zaniolo with the goal to give Roma the advantage in this tie. And that's exactly what Jose Mourinho would have wanted going into half time with a half hour played. With what, 12 minutes left of this first half. Mourinho will just be telling his players, calm down. Karsdorp goes long. Cristante heads on, but Feyenoord are the ones to bring it down. A great play there by Feyenoord. And it's number 7, Cicera, Sinstiera, does well. Sensi into the right back. Dresser, overcrowded, and Cristante now plays it into Tammy Abraham. Looks to turn Sensi and does so. That is brilliant from Tammy Abraham. But in the end, loses the ball. But that was fantastic from Tammy Abraham. So powerful. And so quick, really. It didn't look like Sensi was getting... Without the help from the covering Valencia, Sensi looked lost there. That was fantastic from Tammy Abraham. So strong, so quick. That's only because Valencia slid in. Tammy Abraham had to try and cut back out. That allowed Sensi to kind of get back. And you can see Tammy Abraham beating his chest. Seeing how much he cares and how much it means for this Roma side. As Karsdorp wins a corner for Feyenoord. Sorry, Zaniolo. For Roma as well. What am I going on about? Come on. Nelson Oliveira looks like he would look to take it, but Pellegrini's going over as well. So they might go short. We'll have to wait and find out. Also, we know Tammy Abraham, Chris Smalling, good in the air. Pellegrini looks like he's going to take it. And he will. Ball comes in. It's a great ball in as well. Smalling won it. But it was always going wide. And Bitchlow catches before it does go wide. And has it in his arms now. And will Feyenoord look to go quickly? He rolls it out to the right back in Gertruda. Cuts back inside. And rolls it into Tranier. Koku. But Gertruda looks for Dessa. Not Tammy. Chris Smalling does well. Chris Smalling and him's getting in a bit of a tussle. We've got a few handbags. We've got handbags. We take that. We love a bit of handbag, don't we? I have to say, better. It's a better game than the Europa League final was. A game which we had to wait so long for some goals. Right, so we have some sort of free kick. Rui Patricio will go long. Cristante won the first ball. Tammy Abraham won the second, but they couldn't keep it. Zaniolo looked for a clever flick into Tammy Abraham, but again, he can't keep it. Oliveira looks for Tammy. Tammy can't win it. Feyenoord goes long. And they win a free kick, but Feyenoord didn't look entirely comfortable there. It was all a bit of a mess, wasn't it? Ornez into Nelson. Reece Nelson with an awful cross. But it looked like it did take a deflection off of a Roma player. The referee and linesman disagree though. Is that for a goal kick? And here's that goal again. It's a great ball by Mancini. And Zaniolo does so well. Takes it down on his chest. Not the greatest of controls. But it sets him and he just gets in front of the keeper. And just over him. And Roma, look at Mourinho there. He knows. He's been in situations like this. All the players came rushing out. But Mourinho was just there telling everybody, calm down. This game is far from over. He's been there in these sort of games. He knows how. He knows he has to manage expectations, manage emotions. Because when you let your emotions take over in these sort of games, that's when you can start to lose it. As Roma here in the box with Pellegrini, goes back out wide to Zalewski, Cristante, Oliveira does well. Smalling will go long, looking to get the ball back into the box and back into the danger area, and he does find Pellegrini, who loses it. And here comes Reece Nelson for Feyenoord. Into Dessert, Chris Smalling does well. And Cristante has it. Into Tammy Abraham. Into Oliveira. Can he get it out wide to Karsdorp? He does really well. And Tammy Abraham's in the box. If Karsdorp can find him. But that's an awful ball in. And Bijlow has it. And rolls it in to Koku, who looks to drive forward here. Crosses the halfway line. Finds Dessert. Looks for flick it on into Till over the top. But Roma deal with it. And so going to be a Roma throw-in. Pardon me. So far, so good for Jose Mourinho and his side, as they look to take home this Europa Conference League title for the very first time and to be the first winners in its history. And to be fair, what I like, look, I've never pretended to be a massive fan of the Conference League. As a Feyenoord player goes down in the box, off the ball, so I'm not sure what's happened. As Koku goes for goal from range, and a lot of movement on it, and Patricio got there, got behind it, didn't hold it the first time, but got to the loose ball first. And it's Dessert down. Obviously, there's VAR in this competition, so something has happened. VAR will check it, and that it looks like a nothing. It looks like nothing. VAR certainly isn't going to give anything for that. But you see the shot from Koku, had a lot of movement on it. And Patricio didn't hold it the first time, but got there on the second time of asking. But yeah, like I said, the one thing I do like about the conference, despite me not being a fan of it, is when you get to the end of the tournament, you do see some good games. Like the group stage can get in the bin. I don't care about the group stages because majority of the tournament, you have rubbish teams that aren't good enough, really, and shouldn't really be playing in Europe. But if you look at this final and you look at the semi-final, AS Roma versus Feyenoord, that could quite easily be a Europa League final. In fact, I would go as far to say a Feyenoord Roma is more of a Europa League final than Frankfurt Rangers. So, in that sense, I like it. You look at the semi-finals as well. What was it? It was Marseille and Leicester as well. Tell me that's not, you wouldn't expect to see that in the Europa League as well. Like, Europa League and the Conference League, but latter stages, very similar. Can be very, very similar. And in that sense, I like the Conference League. In terms of majority of the tournament, not so much. But I mean, look, I hope. Obviously, it's only the first year of the Conference League, so this might just be a one-off. Like sometimes you get in the Europa League, you get semi-finals and finals, which you might expect in the Champions League. Like if you look, last year in the Europa League final, it could have quite easily been Man United Arsenal final. Back in the, obviously not quite anymore. You expect them in the Champions League finals, but back in the early to mid noughties, if that's a Champions League final, you expect it sort of thing. So I hope this isn't just a kind of one-off where it's just so happened the first one we've got a really good semi-final and final lineup. But we go long here from Patricio. Tammy Abraham winning it again. Tammy Abraham wins everything in the air, doesn't he? And here it is. Tammy Abraham's moved out wide. And he gets it here. Up against Gertruda. Tammy Abraham, edge of the box. Looks to put the ball in. He's collided off Zaniolo. Is that for a goal kick? Not much either of them could have really done there. Gertruda comes inside. Till. Back into Harness. Koku. Arnus. Gertruda. Back to Koku. With half-time looming, Feyenoord will hope to get their first real chance of the game. They've not really created anything great or of any substance. They've had a few things here and there, but nothing major. Their best effort really been that Koku one from range. But here's Reece Nelson. Gets a shot away. Great block by Mancini. Putting his body on the line for Roma. And here is Sensi. Sensing something here. Feyenoord. Valencia. The left back. Puts the ball into the box. Patricio flaps at it, but does deal with it. And Roma just launch it long. And Bijlow has the ball outside of his box. Into Trenier. Referee, by the looks of it, might have stopped it for an injury to Ibanez, and he has. He's gone down holding his chest. It did look like it might have been Patricio and him collided. They did collide. When Patricio came out and flapped the ball away. And with 4 minutes to added time in this first half, I think it's kind of Roma just kind of waste a bit of time, get into half-time with that 1-0 advantage and that 1-0 lead. Get a team talk from Jose Mourinho, who, in these sort of situations, you kind of want it as your manager, don't you? If there's any man and any manager that you want in charge of your team when you're winning in a big final, which it is for Roma, as Mourinho said in his press conferences after the Leicester game, this is their Champions League. It is Jose Mourinho. It's a long ball. Rick Karsdorp can't deal with it. Smalling dives in. And here is Zaniolo. Loses the ball. Just outnumbered really there. And Koku. Lovely play there. Good play here by Feyenoord as they come forward. Into Till. Chris Smalling nutmegged. Out for a goal kick. And there's Francesco Totti in the crowd. He'll be very happy with what he's seen from Roma so far. Yes, it might not be the most attractive football. But in these big games, in these big moments as well, it's about winning the game, isn't it? Not just playing well or the style of how you win. It's about winning it. Come 2 years, 3 years time, no one will remember how Roma did it as long as they do it. Ibanez. You can see Roma just letting time run down. Mancini. Smalling. They're not pushing for a second goal in this first half at all. As I say that, they go long. Looking for Zaniolo. Up against Sensi. He's struggling there, Sensi, but he does win the duel and find Koku. With a minute to go, can Feyenoord find one last attack, or can Roma win it back? It looks like it will be the first one of them options. Cincietta to Gertruda. Cincietta tackled by Mancini. Valencia puts the ball in. Good defending right by Roger Ibanez. It's a corner for Feyenoord. And it'll be Koku to take it for Feyenoord. Probably the last chance of the game for them. Well, of this first half, I should say, sorry. For Feyenoord. Can they find the equaliser? Ball comes in. Comes straight across. Hitting the volley at the edge of the box. Patricio has it in his hands. Feyenoord players run back. But that will be half time in this Europa Conference League final. With the scores at 1-0 Roma. It's been a pretty good. It's been. Look, I mean, it's as spectacles go, not great. It's a Mourinho final, isn't it? Very much a Jose Mourinho final. I've just built my water down me. Can you see that? Did you see that in the video? I don't think so. Brilliant. But yeah, I mean, as finals go, again, it's not open. It's very dogged. Neither side, well, both sides knows how much this means to them, and they want to win it, don't they? Obviously, where did Roma end up in the league? 6th. What does that? Does that get them European football? It does. It does. I mean, for both teams, really, it doesn't mean much in terms of getting into the Europa League. Both teams have already qualified for the Europa League. Although I guess it secures them automatic. Oh, it does. Sorry, I take that back. It does mean a lot for Feyenoord, because Feyenoord need, if for coming third in the Eredivisie, you get the Conference League. You don't get Europa League. So Feyenoord, if they want to play Europa League football next season, they need to beat Roma today. And as things stand, it doesn't look like they will. They haven't created anything really at all today. The best chance of the game for them was that Koku shot from the edge of the box, which had a lot of movement on it, but Rui Patricio got behind it and made the save. Feyenoord gonna have to come out much, much better in this second half if they are to win this game, because Mourinho, one thing we know about Mourinho's teams are they know how to hold on to a lead. And that's the big issue for Feyenoord now. They gave Roma a chance in this game by giving them a lead to hold on to. Feyenoord now need to kind of, well, fight back, don't they? But look, I'm going to go quickly get a snack and fill my glass up again because I'm still thirsty. I've hardly eaten today as well. When we've got a long second half to go, hopefully we don't go to extra time. None of us want to see another final go to extra time. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. I'm back, baby. Turns out I don't have any snacks in my house. Which is divine, isn't it? It's just absolutely fantastic. But we move. I'll just have to have a proper meal once this final's over. Hopefully we see Chris Smalling lifting the trophy. I mean, in terms of predictions, my 3-1 Roma is still on. And it's not often that my predictions are still going at half time. Although that is usually because I like to predict Man United to win. And we're usually quite shit. But again, we move. Because today, I can sense it. I can sense it in my fingers. I can feel it in my toes. Roma are going to win this 3-1. And I'm going to be right for once. Can we get on with the second half, please? How? Is that 3 days to the final? Champions League. It is. That's going to be a great game, isn't it? The Champions League final. Also, does anyone know why the Europa League was like last week? Yet the Conference League, which is meant to be the competition down from the Europa League, and the Champions League are both in the same week. I don't get that. Why is the Champions League and Europa League in the same week in the space of 3 days? Well, we have to wait. It's been a week since the Europa League. Why is it? Why surely it should be the Conference League last week, Europa League this week, and then you get to the Champions League final. Is it? I'm the only thing I can imagine is they're trying to get all eyes on the Europa League, because if not, they're shit. Right, here we go. Second half about to get underway in for the Europa Conference League final. Come on then, let's be having you. Tammy Abraham is going to be the one to get us kicked off. Come on then, Roma. Come on then, Feyenoord. Let's have a better first half, because the first one was a bit of a bore fest. So, please, can we have a better one? It goes back to Patricio, who goes along. Right, time is synced up. Almost to perfection. The throw-ins for Feyenoord straight away. Patricio's goal kick was dreadful. Come on! Come on! Come on! Till, with it, gets past Cristante. Cristante gets back and makes a good tackle. And goes long. Zaniolo looks to bring it down to Pellegrini, but can't. And look at Feyenoord already looking to play much higher up the pitch. They're pushing men forward. And here's Gertruda. Good tackle by Ibanez. And it's out for a throw-in for Feyenoord. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. And please do share the stream with your friends, with whoever. That would be greatly appreciated, and let's hope and would help grow this number even bigger. Ball comes flashing across. I don't know, did Patricio save it? But he did save that one. Huge moment there for Feyenoord. We'll see it again. The ball came flashing across and it came off the post. What a moment in this final. Rui Patricio saved by his post and then produces a big, big save to keep Roma their 1-goal lead. Although VAR is checking for a potential penalty. I'm not sure why. Check over. No penalty. Rightly so, as well. So I have no idea what they was even checking. But it's going to be a corner for Feyenoord. Till will take the corner. Arnous has come short, but no, he's gone back to the edge of the box. Referee's having a word with Pellegrini. But by the sounds of it, it looks like we are about to see the corner taken. Koku goes short to the edge of the box. Puts the ball in. And Patricio grabs hold of it. It's a poor ball in, really. Patricio goes long. Looking for Zaniolo. Crossfield ball. That's a foul by Zaniolo. It's going to be a free kick to Feyenoord. High up. Well, very deep, I should say, for Feyenoord. And they quickly move it in to Koku. Valencia. Loves to use the outside of his boot. I tell you what. Every time he's got the opportunity to, he's just smacked with the outside of his boot. Sensi, the Argentinian centre-back, looks for an option, goes into his partner. Koku now has it. In a bit of space, will look to go long. And he found Sensieta. This time on the right. Anus. Strike! What a save by Patricio! What a save! You don't stop those. How has he stopped that from rifling into his top corner? It's fallen to Valencia. He smashed it. And it's going top corner. Somehow he's gotten the end of it and pushed it over. And Feyenoord will not understand how they aren't level. What a double save from the Portuguese international. And that's why Rui Patricio was the first signing in this Jose Mourinho era here at Roma. For moments like that, Feyenoord have really come out in this second half and put it all over Roma. But Roma, so far, dealing with it. And Tammy Abraham is in! He wants a free kick for a pullback. I think he could have got it. I think that is a foul. Tammy Abraham is in behind Sensi and he's pulled him back. I think that's a foul. I'll put Tanny, not Tammy. Brilliant. We'll see it again. It's a penalty. It's not a pen. It's not a penalty because it's not in the box. It's a red card, though. Clear denying of a goal scoring opportunity. He grabs hold of his arm and pulls him back. For me, that's a pen. No, not a pen. That's a red card and a free kick. Yeah, I'm streaming all the European finals. The game not great. Personally, I'm doing all right. How are you, Pellegrini? Surely that's a free kick. No, not given. What is wrong with referees? You can't just hold someone by the arm and get away with it, but they keep doing it. It's a foul. And since he let us in, Mancini goes down. That is a less of a free kick than what Tammy Abraham should have just got. I don't get it. I don't get it. Doing good. This referee's weird as fuck, to be honest. The game hasn't been great. No. I mean, like I said, I didn't expect it to be amazing. I expected the game to open up more so than it has. Jen Tornstra looks like he might be coming on at some point for Feyenoord. Look, I always expected this game to be cagey, especially when you've got Jose Mourinho in, but I was hoping for a little bit more, to be honest. But here's Till to Reece Nelson. Just runs into the left back. And Cristante picks it up and Roma go long. And the one thing with Roma, they've always got an out ball. Because they either hit Tammy, and he always wins it, or you know he'll fucking run for it. And I mean, he certainly has the beating of Sensi. There is absolutely no doubt about that. He's proven that 3 or 4 times in the first half, and the early stage in this second half. And I mean, I back him against Toranier as well. Valencia. Arnus. Sensi. Looks to put the cross in. Blocked by Karsdorp, and he goes long. Looking for Zaniolo. For Pellegrini, sorry. Chris Smalling, good defending. Gets to the ball first. He's under pressure here by Till. But he just launches it down the line. And allows Roma to get back in shape. And carry on. I think man of the match right now. Like I said, I've been very impressed with Tammy Abraham. I think Rui Patricio has been very good. I think you've got to give it to probably Patricio right now. 2 absolutely fantastic saves that so far are keeping Roma in a 1-goal lead. So for me, I'd give it to Patricio. But like I said, I think Tammy Abraham's been very, very impressive. Yeah, Zaniolo was up there for me because of the goal. But I mean, I don't think he's blown me away. And aside from the goal, I think Smalling's been good defensively. I don't think there's any like clear candidate, to say the least. Koku. I do like the look of Koku though. I said coming into the game I'd want to watch him, and he has looked quite good. As I say that, he gives the ball away. Good defending from Zaniolo. Oliveira loses it but wins a free kick. Also, how's the transfer for United? I think Timber is 90% sure, but since PSG going to go, big on Frankie de Jong, maybe they have. Look, yeah, I think we'll get Timber. By the looks of that, pretty much done. I think we'll get Frankie de Jong as well. I don't know how. I don't think PSG goes for Frankie de Jong. I think they are very much pushing for Chouameni from Monaco. Apparently, Kylian Mbappe is a massive fan of his and has said he's a player that they should be going for. So I think if they get Chouameni, I don't think they get de Jong. And yeah, I think United have the money to get Frankie de Jong. It's just whether we want to pay as much as Barcelona want. And yeah, Frankie de Jong obviously got that partnership with Eric Ten Hag, knows and good friends with what's his name, Donny van der Beek. That's it. And it all just kind of linked. It seems like it should happen. It's gonna happen for me. Arnus, Valencia, back to Arnus, cuts inside into Valencia, puts it in. Koku's in. Good block by Chris Smalling. Fantastic defending from the English international. There is Zaniolo. Yeah, that's got to be a foul. He's just kicked him. Valencia beaten. And he just takes him out. Free kick, Roma, and rightly so. We're most likely getting Marcos Alonso, Aspilicueta, Luis Lewandowski, Carlos Soler, and Rafinha. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Marcos Alonso playing as part of a back four, to be honest. Aspilicueta, I think he'd be good at right back. Chris Smalling's made a mess of things. Ibanez gets back fantastically. Obviously, Rafinha's very good. But yeah, I think you're going to spend a lot of money on him. But again, I don't quite see why you're getting Rafinha either. I don't really get a lot of Xavi signings. I think Guy would be a better option for you too. I think you look at Barcelona right now. You've got Memphis Depay, you've got Ferran Torres, you've got Aubameyang, you've got Ousmane Dembele, you've got. I feel like I'm missing players. Ansu Fati. I don't think I've mentioned him. So you got Fati, Torres, Dembele, Aubameyang, Depay. As a free place to fill a back five. Five place to fill a back three. Front three. I don't see why you get Rafinha as well. Why you get Lewandowski. Why you get. I just don't. Unless you're selling some of these players. I don't. I mean, obviously, I'm not keeping up with all the Barcelona rumours, but are these players looking like they're going to be sold? Obviously, Ousmane Dembele might leave on a free, but by all accounts, Xavi wants to keep him. And I think if whoever you sign to get replaced Dembele is a downgrade, really. Because for me, at the moment, he might be the best winger in the world. I don't think there's many others that cause the problems that he does, to say the least. That's crap from Roma. Chance, Reece Nelson, edge of the box. Fired wide. That's crap from Reece Nelson, that. That's so poor from Nelson. Bro, your club is ruined. Alright, calm down. What about him being engaged? If it's that, I did. And congratulations to him. If it's something else, I have not. What about... Do you mean... What's it called? About him going to train in America. I mean, what? I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm not like it's happened. Like it's his personal life. He can do what he wants. Yeah, the engagement. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he can do what he wants. I don't really care about it at all. Here comes Feyenoord. Jen Tornstra looks for the reverse pass, but it's out for a throw-in for Feyenoord. Look like Jeremy Vertoot is going to come on for AS Roma. I imagine that's probably for Cristante to kind of mix up that midfield. Obviously, not Nelson Oliveira. Sergio Oliveira came on for Hendrik Mkhitaryan in the first half due to injury. So unless we see him replaced after coming on, it will be Cristante. For this second half, Feyenoord much the better side. And here is Pellegrini looking to bring it forward for Roma. And wins the throw-in. And Spinazzola as well. Also, this report seems dumb. Pau Torres would rather join Man United despite Spurs matching 50 million bid. I'm not surprised. People want to join Man United over Spurs. I'm sorry. They do. Like, as well, this idea that you need Champions League football, I don't entirely believe in. Well, in a sense, if you don't have Champions League football for 5-6 years, like, for example, what we see from Arsenal, players, obviously that works against the player. When Manchester United have been in the Champions League for, the last 2 seasons in a row, this is our first time out of the Champions League for 2 seasons, players can kind of accept 1 year out of the Champions League to join a club. If you get what I mean. Like, to Pau Torres, he's like, right, they just missed out Champions League last year. They're playing Europa League. That's a pathway to the Champions League. My other option is Spurs, who just came 4th. If I join Man United, a better club, then I can take them past where Spurs are under new management with better players. Well, that's where I want to go. And players think like that as well. They don't just think, Oh, they're in their top 4. So that's where I'm going to go. They think, look, I can take 1 year out, get them Champions League, join the club, the better club, the bigger club as well, and go on and be the best team in the Premier League. So is Zaniolo actually coming off for Jeremy Vertut? By the looks of it, they're going to go to a 3-5-2 Roma with Pellegrini and Tammy Abraham playing as a front 2. And Spinazzola's on for Zawinski. Also, Mourinho's just going to drag this game 1-0. Not going to lie with the rest of the game. Yeah, I agree. Roma have what they have, and they're going to look to hold it, really. Although they are on the attack here. Crap from Sergio Oliveira. From Cristante, sorry. I'm not going to go, by the way. Good on you, lad. Ball over the top, looking for Tammy Abraham. Looks to turn on and get the shot away. Mourinho, smart man. Yeah, and no, that's how this is how you win finals, and you win the amount of finals Jose Mourinho has. He knows how to manage games. It's like look, obviously you aren't here. When they scored, but if you look at if you go back and look at Mourinho and the Roma bench when Zaniolo scored, everyone in that bench came storming out and started celebrating. Mourinho, head down, just kept calm, kept his cool, because he knows the game's not over. He knows there's a long way to go. And when this game, if Roma starts to become emotional, yeah. But yeah, so you would have seen it. Mourinho knows if this game becomes emotional, the players start becoming emotional and start believing this game is done, that's when mistakes will happen. That's when Feyenoord will find gaps and will exploit them. Because so far, yes, they've had a chance here and there, but they've not created anything substantial, really. Yes, I'm going to... I should be streaming the Champions League final. I definitely plan to. If something happens and I can't, well, that's out of my control. But as things stand, yes, I will be doing the Champions League final. Valencia goes down the line. And here's a chance for Feyenoord if they can get a good ball back in. Abanas does well. And it's Karsdorp into Cristante. It was a crap first touch. And he just about got away with it. Nice, you got some new subs, mate. Yeah, I mean, the support recently has been fantastic. Especially on the final stream of the season where we covered all of the final games of the season. I was alongside watching Manchester United lose to Crystal Palace. That was a big one. I can only thank you, all you guys, enough. I can't thank you, all you guys, enough. You guys are great. As Pellegrini holds the ball in the corner for a bit here and runs it out for a throw-in. The Champions League final going to pop off. All you need is the CL. Yeah, the Champions League is going to be so good. There's history between the two teams, given what happened in... Was it 2018? Yeah, it must have been. 2019, Liverpool won against Spurs. 2020, Bayern. 2021 was Chelsea. So yeah, after what happened in 2018... it's it's got to be big. Salah wants revenge. Liverpool in general want revenge. That's a foul on Tammy Abraham by Tornier. And he's on a booking. He's on a booking. But he's got to be careful. Thiago not fit either, so that's a stink of a Klopp. The squad depth on LFC is so good. It is. I mean, I hadn't heard that Thiago was out, and obviously that is a big miss for Liverpool. However, they've got players. Naby Keita, Jordan Henderson. My mind's gone blank. They've got more than enough still. Basically what I'm saying. So it's a corner here for Roma. Spinazzola did well to win it. And Pellegrini will take it. Also, you guys were looking at Valencia, right? How do you think he's performed? I don't know if we're looking at him. It's a 48 to the box shot. Good save by the goalkeeper. Veretout with a shot from the edge of the box. It was curling towards that back post, but the goalkeeper was matched it. Good save, Bigelow. I don't know if we're in for him. He's played all right, to be fair. I mentioned earlier he loves it on the outside of his boot. Every time he gets the chance to, he's just outside the boot. Every time. Probably the best player on the field for Feyenoord. I don't know. Maybe. Like I said, I like Koku. I think he's a good player. He moves the ball well and is a good passer. Finds himself in good spaces and can drop in and collect the ball from deep. He's massively involved in play. As we have a free kick here for Roma. Now, Sergio Oliveira, very good free kick taker. And we'll go for goal. Fucking hell, I think he's playing rugby. That's a conversion and a half. But yeah, Valencia definitely up there for me. But we are going to see a change here, or two changes here for Feyenoord. As Reece Nelson comes off for Linson. And who else? Who else is coming off? And Toranier for Pedersen. Toranier is on a booking. I think he's one foul away from getting a second. Right choice really for me to take him off. And Gertruda goes into centre back alongside Sensi, with Pedersen going in at right back. Also Gino Dest from Barca. You can have him since you'd rather need a right back. I don't want to go anywhere near Serginho Dest. You were shopping in Ajax, and you've gone and got Serginho Dest over Mazawi. How do you do that? Karsdorp down the line. Poor ball in to the feet of Pellegrini, and Feyenoord have it again with 15 minutes to go in this Europa Conference League final. The score remains Roma 1, Feyenoord 0. Right, let me just tweet out the stream again. But then you could go Danny Aaron, Serginho Dest. I'm gonna look. This might be unpopular. I don't actually watch Danny Aaron's. I know he does all the Dest and like loves to shout. But I don't watch him. I don't watch that much FIFA. If I'd watch FIFA, it's like the squad building series, like a squad builder showdown, um, pack and play. But I more pay attention to the pack part of that. 7-minute squads, so on and so forth. There's Koku. Wait, what? What time does Champions League kick off on Saturday? Surely it's 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. Thank God. No, well, yeah. I assumed it would have been, but obviously BT start their broadcast of it at 6. And I just saw at the bottom corner, it went Real Madrid versus Liverpool, Saturday 6 p.m. And I was like, what the hell? Surely you don't have a Champions League final on at 6 p.m. But yeah, 8 o'clock. That sounds right. Valencia. Down the line to Dessa. Puts the cross in. Patricio went to claim it. A Banner just smashes it clear and says, sorry. Sorry, I didn't know you were there. But the time is ticking away. 10 minutes to go. Please. I don't want extra time. To be fair, Ibanez is quite young still though, isn't he? Rubsher could have wasted another 30 seconds. Yeah. He's 23, Ibanez. He's still quite young. But I mean, look, I mean, a lot of people will look at that and say, 30 seconds, that's not a lot. But in a game like this, you take your 30 seconds every time. It's all about just looking after the seconds. The minutes will look after themselves, sort of thing. If you can if you can keep that ball for 20 seconds, you do that 3 or 4 times, you get your minute. You've kept the ball for a minute, wasted a minute of the game, and then when there's 11 minutes to go, that's what you do. Valencia, cross in. That was a chance for the number 11. Couldn't get it out of his feet though. And Tammy Abraham chasing. Ball back to Bigelow. It's not a good ball. He's outside of his goal here. Oh, and did you make a 21 and have you reacted to them? I have. I did make a season prediction. I think you mean for 2021-22, not last year. Although I did make one last year as well. But I think you mean 2021-22. But yeah, I haven't reacted to it yet. I do plan to make a video for it, but it's end of like exam year period, like between now and the first week of June, and between now and the first week of June, I've got like loads of deadlines. So it's kind of just at the moment, obviously stuff like I'll do a Champions League final. I'll do a couple watchalongs. Obviously, I did a reaction to Eric Ten Hag's first press conference at Man United. But when it comes to kind of making videos, kind of more YouTube videos rather than kind of news related stuff, they kind of get put on the back burner for a little bit. while I've got work to do, sort of thing. If you get what I mean. I keep watching some, and it's so funny, especially Goldbridge's one. I mean, I haven't watched any of the reaction ones, but I've seen on TikTok where it's been like clipped up. I saw a TikToker called Ben AFC, I think it is. And my God, some of it, like, weirdly, some of them were really good, but some of them were shocking. Like, he had Arsenal down in 14th. Like, what are you doing? But then, like, he got some of them pretty good, pretty spot on. But, like, he's a weird guy. And, like, he has agendas, and he will, like, just stick with them. So, I think he might have had, like, Leeds to go down, for example, or be near the bottom. But that's just because he doesn't like Leeds. So, so whether or not he actually thought they'd get there or not, I don't know. But he probably just went, I don't like Leeds, so I'll say they'll get relegated. I mean, I don't think mine were dreadful. I don't think they were great, though. But, like, I feel like I give myself some leeway in some of them. Like, for example, for Newcastle, I'm pretty sure I had them down. I don't have them to get relegated, but I had them around the drop zone. Because I thought, look, Callum Wilson and Alan St. Maximin will keep you in a league. Because they've got goals, and they can St. Maximin can create something out of nothing and just drive a team forward. So I don't think they'd get relegated. But at the same time, I didn't have them to come like 11th, because I thought Steve Bruce, he won't get sacked under Mike Ashley, because like I said, they'll have enough to stay up, and that's what Mike Ashley wants. So of course I didn't expect them to get 11th, because I didn't expect them to get a new owner. Is Tammy Abraham coming off? Right, Roy Patricio's been booked. I mean, if it weren't for the injuries, Leeds would have probably finished like 13th or 14th. But, I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you have to look at the cause of those injuries. I think you look at Everton this season with all their injuries, that's kind of just unlucky. But, I mean, even Jesse Marsh said when he first took over, a lot of the injuries aren't caused by just getting unlucky like Everton. A lot of it are due to Marcelo Bielsa and his kind of training regime. He puts his players through so much that these players their bodies couldn't take it and got injured. Although, if I'm being honest, Bielsa getting sacked was a bad decision. They got a downgraded manager. I'm not sure. I think Bielsa. I think Bielsa's overrated. I think he's a good manager. Looks to play the right way, but look, as Jesse Marsh said, his kind of way of playing, way of training, causes issues. Players simply can't run 24/7, and that's kind of what Bielsa had them doing. But 5 minutes to go in this inaugural Europa Conference League final. Roma with a 1-goal lead. Look like they will hold on to it. Although Roma do look like they are going to bring on the changes. 5 minutes in the scrappy final, yeah. And Feyenoord will go for it, hopefully. Lovely ball! Pellegrini! Good save, Bigelow! And that could have been it. That could have been the game over. Smalling. Vertoot. Bigelow. Bigelow. Not bitch. Not bitch. What the fuck is going on? So things getting rowdy outside my window. Sensi. Nice ball. To what's his name? Koku. Koku, that's it. If you're not from the Netherlands, it's so funny the pronunciation. Yeah. I agree. I'm not great with pronunciations. I can't speak. I mean, I literally said it earlier again before you came in the stream. I'm lucky no one's here for pronunciations because that ain't me. Ball comes into the box from Feyenoord. They deal with it though, Roma here. And here's Rick Karsdorp. Goes down the line to Tammy Abraham. He's up against Sensi here. Tammy Abraham does so well. Ref, surely that's a free kick. That is. And he's down on the deck there, Tammy Abraham. I'm assuming it's not Gertruda. Then. In Dutch. Well, let's find out. I can't hear it.
Soda.
Getreide. Is that it? Is that right? Is that good enough for you? Right, so Tammy Abraham's off. Feyenoord are done. No, pronounce it way off, but it's fine. Oh, brilliant. I tried my best. I tried my best, but it's not good enough. There's that chance they're getting for Pellegrini. Fresh cut G. Thanks. I mean, I got it on the weekend, I want to say. I mean, you don't want to see... Look at... Oh, my God. That is sweaty. My God. Under the hat, it stays, clearly. It's got to stay under the hat. My God. Go back and watch my press conference reaction. It looked fresh then. I'm pretty sure, at least. But like last minute here, let's find out. Press conference reaction. There we go. There we go. Let's have a look. How fresh was it looking? No, that's the wrong. Oh. Well, let me mute that actually quickly. I'm on my end screen. There you go. Look, it's looking pretty fresh there. It was looking pretty fresh there. It looked all right there. Not so much now, but then it was looking all right. Watchalong. There we go. We're back. 5 minutes to go. I can't spell. No, history. History. There we go. I've just put 15, haven't I? 5 minutes to go. Not 15. Delete that. There we go. Yeah, that cat was good. Also, I was in the screen and just laughed at that NG guy in the chat. Bruh, you missed the chance. Was it? I mean, I turned back and I saw the manager holding his head. I mean, I could rewind it, but I'm not going to. I found a picture of it. Oh my god, that's shocking. He's missed the ball. Linson's missed the ball. That's a shocker. Not even to make contact with the ball there. That's the look. They're the differences, and they're the moments that win you these trophies. You've got to have a bit of luck in the way. If you think back, as the goalkeeper's up for the corner, the free kick, and who's going to get there first? It's a foot race between the centre back and the Roma forward, and he does really well there. The forward, Sharamadov. I can't remember what I was even saying. But yeah, I remember. If you remember back to when United won it with Mourinho, was it the semi-final we played Celta Vigo? And John Guidetti, last minute, formerly of Man City, missed an open goal. You need these moments in football. You don't win trophies without getting a little bit of luck. You look at Man City against Everton, that handball from Rodri, that wasn't given. Won in the title. Obviously, Liverpool against Wolves. Wolves should have had a penalty. You obviously a lot of football is the better team usually wins, but at the same time, no successful football team have ever won something without getting luck. A little bit of luck here or there along the way. And as we go into the last minute of this Europa League conference game. Europa Conference League. Final. AS Roma look like they are going to do it. And that is so wasteful from Feyenoord. And look at Mourinho. He knows what it means. He knows how to do it. Also, my prediction is 1-0 Feyenoord, 1-0 Roma. No. And Chris Smalling get a loads of hype on Twitter, and we go long. If they score now, I'm cursed. And here's Feyenoord. One last attack, maybe. Roma are screaming for the full-time whistle. And there we have it. Full-time in Albania. And Jose Mourinho wins the Europa Conference League. And that's 5 European final wins for Jose Mourinho. Wow. Full-time. Roma 1. Feyenoord 0. Jose Mourinho and Roma are Europa Conference League winners. And look, at the Italians, they know how to get the job done. And Jose Mourinho becomes the first manager to ever win European trophies with 4 different clubs. Mourinho also becomes the first manager to win the Europa Conference League, while also becoming the first manager to win the Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League. Well, in addition to that, one is the first manager to win a European trophy for Roma. Deserved, took their chances, and look, Roma defended like stallions. They were absolutely fantastic, and they deserved the win. I have to say, how's Iron Slot Feyenoord's manager going to complain after the match like they will never overturn it? I don't know. I mean, as a manager, it's always hard to take these sort of defeats, especially given the fact that on another day they might have won it. I mean, like I say, they haven't. I think Roma would definitely have the better chances. Feyenoord never really had amazing chances, unless you include the one that what's his name? The guy that just missed the ball. Apart from for that chance, Feyenoord never really created anything. But that being said, there was 2 fantastic world-class saves by Rui Patricio. So there's 2 ways to look at it. And Jose Mourinho gets the job done once again. And in his first season as AS Roma manager, he brings home Roma's first European title. Massive for them. Linson, that's it. Massive win for him. Proving the doubt was wrong again. Congratulations to AS Roma. They are Europa Conference League winners. And they are the inaugural Europa Conference League winners. The first to ever do it. But look, that is where I'm going to end the stream today. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been greatly appreciated and means a lot. We will be live again this Saturday for the big one, the Champions League final. I'll see you all then in a bit. Peace.